So here we have a 2026 GMC Sierra 1500. This one comes in the elevation trim level in titanium rush metallic. And then we have jet black cloth interior. For the powertrain, we get a 2.7 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. That's made it to an 8-speed automatic transmission. And ever since it's got its slight refresh in 22, we've pretty much had the same look for the most part here. But LED headlamps along with the LED daytime running lights, LED fog lights as well. But nice looking truck here in my opinion. Still looks modern, still looks fresh. And down here to the wheels, these are gonna be 20-inch aluminum, like that design as well. Passive keyless entry on the front. And then to the door panel here, power door lock controls. We get one-touch up and down windows on the driver's side and then express down on the other 3 doors. Power mirror controls are here, rear window lock there. Bottle holders here, and then a big side pocket on the door. Now we get an electronic parking brake, 4-wheel high, and then we have our drive modes we can toggle there. Headlamp controls, fog lights, hood release, manual tilt, telescoping steering wheel. And then here we have our power driver's seat with 2-way power lumbar support. But a huge thanks to Chevrolet Buick GMC of Murfreesboro for allowing me to review this truck today. I'll leave a link below in the description. Sticker's still so new that it doesn't have any info on it. But if you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information. I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on this or whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. Now I'm sitting behind the seat being adjusted for someone of my size, 6'3" with longer legs. Great space back here. It's a full-size pickup truck, so I'm not surprised. Seat back pockets both sides, rear AC vents. You get a USB-C and a USB-A charge port, and then a 3-prong household plug-in down below. And there's a look at the front from back here. We do get LED lights throughout, which is nice. And then the middle seat folds down, bottle holders, and then the third little pocket there for storage. And then the hanger hooks here, very sturdy. They'll hold a uniform. Child locks are on, so I'm gonna bust myself out of here. Funny thing is I looked at it before I got in here, but I didn't see where it was. But unlock and then lock there. And then pretty easy to lift the seat up, put it back into place. And this is actually surprising. We have the storage in the elevation trim, so you have that in-seat storage, which I love having. Fuel filler there. And there's the back end. Tow hitch, spare tire, exhaust. There's a release. And then a 120 volt, 400 watt, 3-prong household plug-in right there. And sorry if there's any wind noise going on here. I swear the past few days it has not been able to make up its mind. But lower latch anchors for the car seats right there. And then we get a manual 4-way front passenger seat. Lockable glove compartment down below. Top pocket here. Sorry about the glare. But like the trim and the elevation, I feel like it almost doesn't match, just like how this is here compared to that, but I like it. It's probably just how the light's hitting it, honestly. But back around to the front end, just a quick look in the engine bay. And there's that 2.7 liter TURBOMAX. And usually a telltale to let you know if it's got the TURBOMAX in it or not. But just a quick look at the blinkers. So incandescent bulb on the back. And then LED turn signal up front. But next, let's go ahead and hop in the driver's seat. So nice leather wrap steering wheel here. There's the horn. Gonna cut the air down a little bit. Now we do get the newer Google Assistant system for audio. We get AM, FM, XM, Bluetooth, and then we have wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto compatibility. Google Maps is available there. And then we do get dual zone automatic climate controls. You can control most everything from the screen, but if you don't like that, all of your buttons and knobs are down here below with your 3-stage heated seats. USB-A, USB-C input there. Now in the settings, you can scroll down to your vehicle settings. You get rear seat reminder, buckle to drive, teen driver. And then if you scroll down to your system settings, you have your language that you can change right there. You only get 3 options, but it's better than nothing. And then we have a little storage up top behind the screen. I like how the screen's actually placed. It looks nice and big, but it's not impeding on the dash at all. Now down here, we do get the lane keeping system, auto stop toggle. We can release the tailgate there, hazards, traction control, all windows down. And then you do get a home button to actually take you back on the screen, and then volume, and you can click there to mute. Trailer brake controller. And then we do have the center console space, bottle holders. And then this turns into a 3rd seat in the middle. And then you do have a little storage underneath that seat itself. But there's a look at the back seat from up here. And then up here we have our OnStar lights, and then a vanity mirror there. Now left side of the steering wheel, blinkers, intermittent wipers 1 time, then you have the intermittent low, high, auto high beams. You can toggle those with this button on the side, then the windshield washer fluid right there, high beams. And then for the shifter, hit the brake, pull down, reverse, neutral, drive, and then you have your low gear, and you can toggle the limiter there, and you can see in the bottom right hand corner what gear you're in. Go through all 8 of those speeds. Behind the steering wheel on the left side, we can go through track list, radio station presets, and behind on the right side, we can toggle volume up, down. Standard cruise controls, we can turn that on or off here, cancel, set your speed, and then the gap adjust for the forward collision alert, heated steering wheel, and then mute / Bluetooth, voice recognition, and then this little scroll bar and these arrows help you go through the gauge cluster. So you can go through tire pressure monitors, brake pad life, all of that. And then you can go down to, in your options, go down to units and change your units from US to metric, and then change what's on the info page options as well. And then you have the option to change what's in each of these sections here, and the gauges, as you can see there. Push button start. Finally, here's the key fob with remote start. But next, let's go ahead and take this 2026 GMC Sierra 1500 Elevation out on the road for a test drive. So starting the test drive in this 26 Sierra 1500, the TurboMax engine, I like the pickup, just like I like the pickup in all the turbocharged 4-cylinders that are coming into these trucks. Now, I think this is the first big boy to really utilize that to the best of its ability, but it does a really good job of getting up to speed, like the newer Rangers, Tacomas, even the Colorados. And I like the sound of the blow-off valve. It feels strong. It sounds strong, let me put it that way, without sounding like Fast and Furious, but just enough, if that makes sense. Now I'm not gonna floor it, but I'm gonna slow it down, give it a good pull coming out of this corner here. Here we go. So not a bad pull at all. You do have several drive modes. That was just in the normal, but if I put it in sport, it probably would have tried to redline, so. But ride quality is good, sound acoustics are good. Everything's good in here with it being a full-size truck, just the wheelbase that it rides on. And I do want to give one more thanks to Chevrolet Buick GMC of Murfreesboro for allowing me to review this truck today. I'll leave a link below in the description. If you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on this or whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. Now, for almost $58,000 sticker price, there's missing a little bit, but for the most part, I mean, you get a four-wheel drive truck. You don't have low, but you have four high, which is good for most of those snow situations or climbing up light terrain or whatever. But the lane keeping system is nice. The auto stop is nice. It helps that fuel economy, but it's just, vehicles are so expensive now. This just feels right for this price point. You get a good looking truck, LED headlamps, digital display, heated steering wheel, heated seats, push button start. It's not cheap. Now, there are a lot of places where it could be nicer, it could be more expensive, but then you start getting into the territory that's headed up towards a Denali Ultimate. So you could pay 58 grand sticker for a truck, or you could pay six figures for a truck. Just depends on what you're wanting. But I think this is a good option if you don't care about all the extras, but you still want something that's relatively nice. And that's what the elevation trim gives you in the Sierra. Specifically with this one having four-wheel drive. And the four-cylinder, it's not something that GM just slapped in here because they were trying to save on emissions. There's a lot of work behind this engine. It still tows great. It still is able to haul quite a bit. And then you're still able to get the city fuel economy because of only having the four cylinders. And then having auto stop on top of that. Now, EPA, they don't rate this that well, but if you baby this thing, you can get good fuel economy. It's not gonna bring the same fuel economy as a Prius, but it'll do well for a truck. But it's so quiet on the inside. I was wanting y'all to hear the truck itself, but I mean, it's so quiet. All I can hear is the fan being blown from the air conditioner. But if you're in the market for a full-size truck, definitely check this out. I think the F-150, probably STX would be I wouldn't even say that. Probably an XL with some options is a good comparison for this elevation, because GMC is just kind of in the middle there. But with all that being said, this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2026 Sierra 1500 Elevation.